on. It's Paul from Alexander Knife Sharpen and Laser Engraving. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, like a cool must-have or cool tool. But I just found something that I want to share with you guys. This thing's really freaking cool. And I just got this just the other day. And I used, for years and years and years, I had an electric screwdriver that I loved. And it broke. And then I replaced it with a different one that I hated for years and years and years. But I wasn't willing to get another one because I had one. But my first one was awesome and I loved it. And I kind of missed it. And then I saw this and I decided to get it, and I want to share this with you guys. It's called a Fanttik. Let me flip the camera around and show you this thing because it's pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look at the Fanttik and what makes it so cool. So this is the Fantic S1 Pro, and I was checking them out, and they actually have several very cool tools and designs of different screwdrivers and micro drivers and things like that. This one seems to be one of their most popular, and you see why like right away. The first thing I did was I popped the top off and I looked inside and I said, oh, that's interesting. So I guess this is this driver here, and I pushed down and clicked and it kind of popped up a little bit, and then you can pull it out. So it's got this little retractable design where this drops into the middle. Now that's not how this isn't a charging station or anything. It just holds it. You just plug it into a USB-C and it charges. Now, it has 3 levels of torque. It's very simple operation. So you have your first level of torque, second and third. And when you press the button, there's a light that turns on in the front. So that gives you a little light if you're working on something in the dark, which is nice. And it just has very simple forward and reverse, and you can change the torque levels if you need more torque. And then if you turn it to off, it does lock everything in place, and I did test it as just a straight up screwdriver, and that worked really great. Now, what else about this thing makes it so awesome? Well, the other thing that I liked that I noticed immediately was, oh, this is interesting, what's here? And I pressed on this and the middle pops up. So I pulled this out, and look, you have all of your bits that come with this inside here, and they're magnetic, and they're in this just nice little case, which is really cool if you need to take something with you. So you can get almost like a whole screwdriver set with you in this nice compact little package in a little driver set. And these are also magnetic, which is great. So you can just drop these in there. It's the standard size, so you can, any of your Torx bits and all kinds of, different bits are going to fit in here, no problem. So you can use theirs, or, what I love about it is I can use a lot of the other ones that I have. So I use a lot of Torx bits in the shop, so I have them all over. One thing that bothers me sometimes too is with certain drivers, if they're too deep, your Torx bit goes in too far, and you can't use it if the bit goes in so far. Or I've had ones where it made it really difficult to get out. So I like the size of this, that I could still use this without having like a thing to put these into. That it's just the right size that it holds that bit, and I can still use it just like it is here. I thought that was great. So that made me like this even more. I do like that all of the bits in here are kind of extended. So you do have a nice little longer shaft there if you need it. And I, again, love that it was magnetic, and that if you have to take a little screwdriver set somewhere, you just can simply pack this up, push it all back together, and put your cap on it. Throw this in a tool bag or wherever you need to go, and you got pretty much a driver and a whole set of different screwdrivers inside in this nice little package, nice and neat and ready to go. I just thought that was probably one of the coolest screwdrivers that I have seen in a long time, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And so that's it for the Fantic S1 Pro. I was checking out the Fantic store online, and they really have some cool stuff. So you might want to go take a look. I'll put a link in this video to the store so you can see some of the other things. I think the other thing I'm going to get is the micro driver. I really like a good micro driver, and there's, especially working on knives, sometimes having a small skinny screwdriver to get into place are really nice. Hey everyone, so after a few days of using the S1 Pro, I was so happy with it. I did decide to get the micro driver, so I figured I'd show you that real quick too before we finish this video out. And it's very similar to the S1 Pro that I just showed you. The only different, it doesn't have a cap on the case, but it does still have the retractable inside where the driver pops out from the middle. And this is the micro driver, which you can see is nice and small. And the internal part moves, but it has this little protective area outside, which I do like. It has a low and a high setting for torque, and off is in the middle on this one. So just a little bit different. Instead of 1, 2, 3, it just has low and high, but that's fine for a micro driver, and also still has the light. And then just like the Fantic S1 Pro, you'll see that it has the inside that comes out. And again, we have a nice large selection of micro driver bits in all different sizes that store away right inside of that case. And this one also uses a USB-C to charge, and I've been really happy with the combination of both of these, so figured I'd share that. I think they're two of the coolest new tools that I have seen in a long time. This just basically slides back in, and then you can lock everything back down. And again, they're held with magnets, which holds everything in. Very cool tools from Fanttik. And I think you guys will really like those. And if you're like me, if you're a knife sharpener or working on EDCs and pocket knives, having a micro driver is just awesome. Because so many of the things that we work on have little tiny screws and things in them. All right, so I wanted to add that to this. Hope you enjoy that, and check out Fanttik if you're looking for probably this coolest screwdriver around.